Have you ever sat there thinking, I'd love to invest in property one day, but then the next thought creeps in. It's risky, I'm not ready, maybe next year. Well, here's the truth. Most people never get into it because they'll never feel ready. I'm not rich enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not confident enough, but it's not because they can't. It's because they've never got the right education. And by the way, I'm just saying this from my stance, where I had the same thoughts, the same level of thinking, the same mindset of everything I've gone through. Fast forward to today, I've got a net worth of multi-8 figures, a £20 million plus portfolio, and I did 10.8 million last year in my property related businesses. And that's in 1 year. And I'm not saying that to impress you before you think you're smug yet. I'm saying this to impress upon you that anyone in any situation can do just the same. And the reality is, if you're watching this, you're already doing something 99% of people don't. You're searching for answers. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand how you can change your financial future by overcoming your bottlenecks and start your property investment journey. So why do most people never start to invest in the first place? Well, here's a bit of truth. Property investment in the UK isn't some exclusive club. There's no secret handshake, but there are a few key barriers that stop people from even trying. And the good news is they're all solvable. First up, mindset. The skill set without the mindset will leave you upset. A quote by Dr. Demartini, and it's huge. Imposter syndrome shows up the minute we consider doing something new. I'm not experienced enough. I don't know anything about buying property. Sound familiar? Well, it's the classic fear of not being good enough. But here's the thing, nobody starts an expert. I often think imposter syndrome is just a representation of you pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Everyone is an imposter. Like, think logically about this. If this is your comfort zone in front of you, everything outside of that is new. Everything outside of that, you are literally an imposter, a fake it till you make it, a be it till you see it, until you succeed. And so being an imposter or having imposter syndrome is just your mind's way of telling you you're doing something new. So confidence comes from building knowledge, and usually then after taking action, not before. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. It's kind of like your physiology driving your psychology sometimes. Like, I bet you don't wake up in the morning, every single morning going, do you know what I want to do? Looking outside, pitch black, pissing down with rain, I want to get my shorts on and go for a run. It's like, no, hopefully you're not a psychopath. But after you finish the run, after you've got out the shower, you're going, do you know what? I feel pretty bloody good about it. Your actions dictate your mindset sometimes, not your mindset, your actions. And so you need to kick start that. Next, money. People genuinely still think you need hundreds of thousands of pounds sat in the bank account. It's just not true. Yes, property requires capital, but you'd be surprised how many different strategies exist for different budgets. I'm going to tell you right now, for those that don't know me, I have invested for a long time, but I started with minus 33 grand. That is not a good starting point. I think we would agree. 33 grand in debt, credit cards, and all the rest in between. I'm not going to deep dive on it. Let's just say some bad financial decisions at a young age. But you can get creative. This is a cool thing with property. Deal packaging to lease options. There's a strategy for you, even if you have absolutely nothing to invest right now. Finally, there's time. We're all busy, but busy doing what? If we're honest, most of us could find 5 to 10 hours a week if we really wanted to. And here's the thing. Next thing you find yourself going, I don't have time. Instead, genuinely, I mean this, train yourself to go, I don't prioritize that right now. Because the reality is, if you genuinely prioritize wealth building, and I could say to you, you can earn 6 figures, 100K, in the next 12 months with 10 hours a week. Most of you wouldn't believe me, which is fair enough. But the reality is you can do that. And if you genuinely cannot find 10 hours a week to make that happen, that's not about time. You've got 168 hours. I've got 168 hours. You just don't prioritize it high enough right now. Which, by the way, is fine, but be real with yourself. Don't BS yourself in thinking that you are somebody that's really go, go, go if you're not. If wealth building and long-term freedom is important to you, you would make this a priority in your week. Sleep faster, as good old Arnold Schwarzenegger says. The media doesn't help either. Doom and gloom, headlines, horror stories, landlords, interest rates. Oh my God, it's all designed to keep you scared and stuck. It really is designed to get you to buy into this fear that allows you to sort of stagnate in life. The thing is, smart investors don't make decisions based on headlines. They base them on education and numbers. If in doubt, zoom out. Look at the statistics. Look at property doubling every 10 to 15 years. Look at what the big players are doing. What is Lloyd's doing right now? Lohman Group doing right now? Legal & General doing? Aviva? All these big, massive players, the same banks paying for the articles to create this fear. Lloyd's announced they want to be the largest buy-to-let investor in the UK with 50,000 buy-to-lets, at the same time lending to buy-to-let landlords. Interesting. As I say, if in doubt, zoom out. Now, the next thing is not knowing where to start. Should I go for buy-to-lets, HMOs? Is crypto better? Don't go there. Should I be in stocks instead? It becomes overwhelming. Boom, decision fatigue. Okay, too many decisions to make at once, and so we do nothing. How many times do you have 100 things you need to do today and you end up doing 1 or 2? Building up the knowledge tends to be far more results-based when there's consistency and accountability and confident that you are doing the right things. So this is why I set up Aspire Education in the first place. And yes, this is a bit of a pitch. I literally educate people to do the right thing at the right time and making the right decisions, which increases the odds of success. God knows how much, and I'm so confident in that. I don't charge you if you don't make money. That is literally how I operate, which is why I have the high success rates right now. So when you're investing, the most simple way to ensure that you're a success is to make sure you're armed with the right knowledge. You wouldn't, as a surgeon, go, do you know what? I've read a book and watched a few videos. I'm ready. Let's cut you open and see what happens. You go, no, I'm all right. And look, if you're interested in this, that's amazing. If you're not, you're probably not watching this video anymore. But seriously, at some point, you have to back yourself. You have to invest in yourself. The same way you want other people to believe in you, you need to believe in yourself first. And look, if you're not ready to just go, cool, send me a link, I'll pay, I'm in. Why don't you just book in a free strategy session? Now, this isn't like a big pitch session or anything like that. It's just to give you some free guidance, one-on-one, so I can help you understand where you're at and where you want to get to and give you a strategic roadmap to get that in. Now, spaces are limited. It'll be with me or one of my team members. Put education in the comments, and I will get the team to send you a link. Completely free, you'll get a roadmap, and worst case, that's all you get from it. Best case, we decide actually this is a great opportunity for the next step in your property career. So let's break down a real world scenario and put this into practical implementation. What happens when you don't move versus when you do? Imagine it's July, you've got a bit of savings, let's say 10K. Now that's amazing if you're one of those people. Let's face it, it's not life-changing money, but it's a bloody decent foundation. You've talked about doing something smart with it, maybe investing, maybe sorting a side income, maybe life gets busy and the money stays in your savings account. Come October, nothing's changed, same job, same rent, same savings, same one-day mindset, one day this. And at a certain point, you need to rewind a little bit. You need to be reflective and go, actually, is it going to be one day or is this day one? So same £10,000, same person, but this time instead of parking it in the bank and forgetting about it, they get curious. They decide to start spending their time learning about property. They start backing themselves. They invest in themselves. They get educated by an actual trainer that explains the UK property market, how mortgages work, what a good deal looks like, how to run numbers, and not some 6-minute YouTube video like we're watching now where I want to add as much value as I can, but there's a limit. Actually backing yourself. And I just want to be really clear, by the way, yes, I'm an educator. Yes, I charge for it if you actually want to spend time with me and my team. But even if it's not me, somebody out there that you really buy into where you're like, I'm ready to invest in myself. I trust this person. I'm going to get there. And in a few weeks, they realize that they don't need the hundreds of thousands that you've been born and brought up to believe that the rich get richer. It's just not true. There is a hack. There is a way. There are structured deals with smaller deposits, and you learn about areas, God forbid, outside of London where yields are higher, properties are more affordable. They figure out how buy-to-lets actually work and how you can scale it. Think about this logically, and please don't take this as a brag. 10 years ago, minus 33 grand to today, we've got between 150 and 180 properties. And the reason that's a range is we're buying and selling all the time. So how does that happen? Well, it happens because we got the education, we learnt the next steps, and we go through it. So ultimately, By December, you're analyzing deals with confidence. You might not have bought the property yet, but now you've got a clear goal in mind, a clear investment area, a clear plan to get your first buy-to-let property before the year is out. Same money, same person, completely different paths, completely different outcomes. And that's the power of education at the right point in time. It doesn't just fill your brain with new information, it shifts into a new paradigm of mindset and decision making. It gives you speed because you don't want to waste time figuring it out alone. The school of hard knocks is the most ridiculous school to go to. You need to have confidence because you need to know what you're looking for to not only make money, but also to protect yourself. You're actually taking steps forward when you go like this. So when people say, I'm waiting until I feel ready, what they often mean is, I haven't learned enough yet to take a confident step forward. And I'm telling you right now, if there's one line that you can take from this, is fear is the silent killer of success. I'm going to say that again. Fear is the silent killer of success. And that's really what I want to do, is help you close that gap, shorten that journey, and help you move with clarity instead of fear. And this isn't about a rags to riches tale. Oh my God, 10 years ago I was on the street, found a laptop and I made £1 million the next year. It's about choosing to make use of what you've got now. And I'm telling you, your time, your education, your focus, your yes mindset to education and investing in yourself, it is enough to build something better. Now, this isn't an overnight success. This isn't get rich quick. It takes time, it takes effort. But I promise you, in fact, I literally guarantee you success in this. Otherwise, you don't pay me. And that's the entirety of how my business works, by the way. It's entirely success dependent. So literally what we do around our programs, if you don't make money, then don't pay for it. All right. So enough of this maybe next year mentality. There are so many people living off their own steam right now, living off of their business income, their investments, and you can do it too. So how can you make it a reality? Here's how we do it. First, educate yourself. And I really do mean this. Even if it's not me, there's some amazing people out there. You need to understand that education isn't an expense. It isn't a luxury. It's a power move. It's a necessity to your success. Education builds confidence. Confidence creates momentum, and momentum creates results. And we literally exist to make this as simple as possible. So we don't just throw jargon at you. We want practical implementation, grounded training based on results that they're getting today. Second, you need to understand your goals. If you don't put your flag in the ground, if you don't understand where you're going, the cash flow, the capital growth, why you're doing what you're doing, then you don't actually achieve the results. Your goals determine your strategy. Your strategy dictates your direction allows you to focus, and as we know, where focus goes, energy flows and results show. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through this, but actually make it personalized. I think it's really easy on a YouTube video to talk to the masses and everything like that, and that's amazing, but I actually want to chat one-on-one with you, and if you're open to that, amazing. Put education in the comments, and please just book in that call. I don't know how to get you up that mountain right now, but I'm telling you the first step is by booking in that call so I can understand your personal challenges and just genuinely add the most value we can for free before you part with any money and invest in yourself. Once you've then done that, I want you to audit your time. Be honest, where's your time going? Could you reclaim 5 hours a week right now to invest in learning, deal packaging? Could you cut back some unnecessary spending and start building towards your financial future? Awareness is the first step towards action, but in order to be aware, you need to have clarity on your actual situation. Final thing I want to say is back yourself, because why on earth should anyone if you're not willing to do so? Every investor you admire was once where you are now, nervous, unsure, but they made a move, and you've got to back yourself to take that first step. And the right education can give you the courage to do it smartly. Now, whether that's with me or somebody else, make the move. If you're ready to take that leap, great. Book in the call, the link's below. No fluff, no hype, proper structured guidance. That's what we want to give you. Hey, look, if you're not even ready to take that first step, I respect that. Some of you watching this is your 10th video of buying into me, building yourself into this. And some of you, this is the first time you've heard from me. What I would say is Do whatever you can to shrink the time between where you're at today and where you want to get to. And genuinely, my only outcome is to get you one step closer. And if that's investing in the course, amazing. If that's having a one-to-one, amazing. Or if it's just watching the next YouTube video for you, that's amazing too. I hope this has been valuable. And if you're new to the channel, don't be one of those people that just skip to the next. Actually subscribe, hit the notification bell. I've got some really cool stuff coming out that I genuinely feel will help you get to that next level. Hit the like button and watch the next video.